Welcome to Figure Skating Land. This is your host, Jilly. I'm going to be going through my experience with the run-through live taping and breakfast. But beforehand, in the words of Roman Sadowski, remember to hit that subscribe button for more figure skating related content. The run-through held a live taping of their podcast episode in Boston. And I cannot tell you how quickly I bought the tickets once I discovered this. And I even felt so cool because the run through had shared my excited story about getting the tickets. I arrived at Banners pretty early, and there was only one other woman in line, and she and I started second guessing where are we supposed to meet, even though, not Olympic champion Sarah Hughes gave us detailed instructions for whatever reason. Second guessing. I even awkwardly sent them this text message about like, where do I line up? How do I Lollapalooza this? So we ended up getting out of line a bit, but it doesn't matter because we were still there pretty early and so freaking excited. I just need y'all to know that 300 and some people waited outside for about an hour in the cold and were so pumped to see Ashley Wagner, Adam Rippon, and the Olympic champion Sarah Hughes. Like, that's all we could talk about. Like, you could just feel kind of the energy in the line. One thing y'all should know is run-through fans are so freaking well-mannered and polite. So when they open the doors, I first thought, oh, here we're going to go all stampede. No, we like sensible humans and a single file upstairs. Nobody was trying to rush past anyone. It was really cool. Like, even when we were all trying to quickly find the best seats, like no one was like skipping over, jumping. Like, I need them to know their fans are awesome. And to top the experience off, this is the part that just like made me so happy. And I wish I would have got this girl's name. So I all week had been disappointed because I didn't make any bracelets. So I couldn't do the cool bracelet trading thing. And then this lovely human, you're handed out bracelets for each table. And so I wish I could tell her how happy that made me. Like, it was so cool. And it just really added to that community of figure skating. But even when you break it down more, just the type of fans that gravitate towards the run through. And I was so excited for my non-Olympic champion Sarah Hughes bracelet because I really enjoy her witty sense of humor. And seeing her in person, she's even cooler in person. Here is the breakfast part. I must admit I was a little surprised about the carbolicious stuff, but that's cool because I'm like Buddy the Elf, so it doesn't matter. And I awkwardly at one point took like all of the juices and mixed them together. I don't know why I did that. I felt like it was the spirit of the event. And then when they started playing the Run Through theme song and we realized that we were a part of it, I mean, we knew it, but just getting to experience that was so cool. This is the only part of the video that I feel comfortable with sharing the audio. I just don't want to steal their material. I'll show the video and kind of talk about that part of the experience, but I just don't want to show word for word the episode. You totally listen to it on Spotify. But anyway, just getting to be a part of that, to hearing the theme song, having them come out, that was just so fun. And once again, my clips from these events lets me know that I am the loudest human alive, and I apologize. Like when I'm cheering, wow. And kind of adding to how awesome the fans are, these two women who didn't even know me, let me hang out with them during this event so I wouldn't be alone, and because we had been talking in line. And I just thought that was really sweet because, they probably just wanted to hang out with one another. And here I am cheering and screaming at their table. So I forgot to mention that earlier. That was really cool. Unfortunately, I think I forgot to give them my name. And I don't know if I grabbed their name. They probably introduced themselves, but I had an ADHD moment. Overall, this really felt like we were getting to kind of set in on a Friendsgiving or a friend's brunch. It was just really neat to see. You can tell they're besties when you just hear their podcast, but seeing all three of them interact, it is just really neat to witness. And it's they let us join the cool kids table, essentially. I really enjoyed just kind of look at their overall dynamics. The way they banter with Ashley Wagner reminds me of how a lot of my friends banter with me. Not Olympic champion Sarah Hughes has this like natural comedic timing. I have no idea if she like had planned out what she was going to say, and it doesn't seem like it, because nothing that they did sounded like it was over rehearsed. Everything just really flowed. So that was really cool to see that, like, when they go into an episode, they're not like reading from scripts. Not that we ever really thought that, but this really kind of confirmed these are three friends chilling and talking about figure skating and joking with one another. And what's really funny is I was so starstruck sometimes by all three of them that even when they said something really, really, really funny, I sometimes was thinking, don't awkward laugh, even though like that's what you're there for. Kind of just what's really amusing is all week I've been thinking to myself, they're having Ashley do the figure skating trivia. And Ashley's watching a lot of skating, and I about died and had to really hold it together so I didn't make things awkward. So I kind of silent laughed a bit when they brought up the same things I've been thinking to myself literally all week. The most delightful treat is not only do we get to see non-Olympic champion Sarah Hughes, Adam Rippon, and Ashley Wagner, they surprise us with Alysa Liu. Like, I thought they were joking with us at first when they're like, she's coming, do a cartwheel in here. And I'll be damned, she appeared out of nowhere. She is so stinking hilarious. Like, what is really funny is one of my friends back home was texting me while watching the women's event, and it was like, a lot of people's interactions with Alysa Liu sounds a lot like you. And it just made me laugh. So I must be like the geriatric millennial version of Alysa Liu. She was just such a delight. I love what a genuine freaking person. I know I was just talking about how genuine like the run-through casts are. Man, does that girl not have a filter? But it's not like she's like inappropriate or mean. She's just like, yeah, that was the best run-through I did all season. Can't believe I did it. She's just so fun. She also jibes really well with them. I feel like she would jive really well with anyone. Also, just another human being that is unintentionally hilarious. And they also tried to get her upcoming programs for next year out of her. And I think if I remember right, she doesn't know yet. Either that or she's not telling us. But it sounds like it'll be on brand for her to genuinely not know yet. That was just overall a delightful treat. And then Alyssa laughed at us. And it was funny because I saw her at another event I went to right after this. And I thought, that girl's just everywhere, real calm, real chill. But anyway, they continued filming after Alyssa left. And I was so surprised when they wrapped up the show because I was having so much fun that I completely didn't realize that it was over. And I thought, oh man, couldn't this go on for like 2 more hours? But we had a hard stop at 11. And then they graciously took the time take pictures. What's really funny is I did my default response. I do not know why. When I go to get a selfie with a skater, even ones where I wasn't even nervous near them. The starstruck had started to I started getting used to them. I wasn't going, oh my God, they're here. Something about when I turned the damn camera around to take the photo, the words leave me. What was really funny is my husband was like, Adam Rippon didn't smile in your photo. And I'm like, was it because I was an awkward human? Did I accidentally skip the line? And that's just kind of referencing something I'll get into in another video where I accidentally cut a line and I'm still obsessing about that because of who I am as a human. But that's a whole other story. And then with Ashley Wagner, I kept thinking in my head, say something about the fact she's going to be a psychologist. Psychology nerd with her. You can psychology nerd and figure skating nerd with one human. How often can you do that? But of course, I just asked for a selfie, and alas, that's all I ended up doing, which kills my soul. Because any time I've had any other interactions with someone who's both a psychologist in training and a figure skating fan, it's usually like we're interviewing them for internship, like their pre-doctoral internship, and it'd be inappropriate for me to go, wow, I saw that you did your dissertation on this figure skating thing. Let's talk about figure skating. I'm still mad that I didn't take the time to have like a nerd out fest. Maybe some other day. And then I did the same thing basically with Olympic champion Sarah Hughes. I don't know why I do these things in life, guys. So then before wrapping up the event, I had to get the exclusive Pizza King button I cannot tell you how much that makes me happy. And I really 100% hope that those delightful fans in the arena who had the pizza blanket also were at the run through event and got a pen. If not, somebody make an arrangement for them to get it. So overall, this was a lovely experience. So if they do this again and you're at the event and you have the means to do so, I would say 100% do it. It is just really cool to witness a podcast that you listen to all the time being recorded, and then you get to listen to it later on. I think I was in that audience. In fact, my husband told me at what point heard my yelling. He said it was at 30 some seconds. Now I think it's like at 50 something, but somehow they did their magic and you don't hear my like, which you guys do hear on my other videos and leave comments about. And another thing that just really adds to the experience is they are so approachable. I know I talked about like my brain blanking, but it had nothing to do with them. Genuinely approachable, delightful humans. And you get like exclusive like Pizza King merch. So 100% worth it. I hope they do it again. Like, let's make this a tradition. Like at whatever competition is in America or they're all there, have a taping of the run through because it's such a blast. Before I wrap this video up, I want to say it was so nice meeting so many of y'all who have either listened to my stuff for a while or just started listening to it as a suggestion of anyone else at Worlds. It meant a lot. I am a smaller content creator and I felt kind of discouraged in the past, thinking like, hey, do people even want to see these videos? And it was just really, 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 really just uplifting hearing such good feedback from y'all. And there were a couple y'all that we just couldn't make it work because, of course, everybody knows Worlds is such a jam-packed event. Whether you're working it or just visiting it, it's not that easy to kind of squeeze things in. And I completely get it. And I hope y'all understand my thing too. And poor Brenda, at one point, she and I probably walked by each other trying to find each other. But then the women's event started and we had to just stop. Like I even stuck to like the clubhouse. Anyway, there'll be other competitions and we'll make it work. Maybe have some like planned out things beforehand, maybe like nationals, or I'm still debating about Worlds next year. It's in Prague. But anyway, thank y'all for so much of the love I got this week. I want to let y'all know that I will be posting some figure skating vlogs from the competition, the OG figure skating fan vlog. If there was someone before me that was a fan and not a skater, let me know so I can awkwardly not say that ever again. And I'll also post separate videos about my commentary about like the women's, men's, ice dance, and pairs event. Because I've noticed that y'all seem to like that separate and it does seem to fit more cleanly that way. And then for World Team Trophy, I'm going to be having a guest. She is all new to this commentary of figure skating. So give her some love when she shows up. It's a lot more difficult than it looks. And so let's just kind of cheer her on because I remember the first episodes where I did commentary, I sometimes low-key cringe at them. And I sometimes low-key cringe at some of my older episodes of vlogs. But it's just a work in progress. So thank y'all so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more figure skating related content. And you're just going to get like jam-packed and hit with figure skating content for this month.